Here we go. All right, so let's get started today in a comfortable seated position. As always, if cross-legged is comfortable, you can go there. And in today's practice, I wanted to focus on moving from fear to freedom. And the only way, I think, to freedom is to move through our fears, the things that hold us back. With that, I thought of all the things that I kind of avoid in this practice, whether it's my personal practice or in teaching this practice, whether I consciously avoid them or not. And I figured I'd throw those into our little 45-minute session today. So if your eyes are open, just let them close. Fill up your lungs through your nose, expand through the belly, the ribs, the chest, the throat. Seal your lips, right? Exhale right back out through the nose, just softening. Completely release. And then with the eyes still closed, next time you inhale, reach your arms out wide and up to the sky, really stretch up and out through the fingers, reach up. Exhale, palms of the hands together, and bring your hands down to heart center. And thinking about this practice, one of the first things I thought about is, when is the last time that I invited students to let out that universal sound of Om? And it may have been years. So we're going to give you a go. 3 Oms. It's just that universal sound, acknowledging the past, the present moment, and the future. Ah, ooh, 3 times. Give it a go. Breathe in. Oh. 2 more times. Inhale. Oh. And 1 more breath. Oh. As you breathe here, simply notice anything you notice. How did that make you feel, if anything? And if there's anything you didn't like about it or doesn't feel good, see if you can just exhale and release, because we're moving on. And open up your eyes, take another breath in, reach out wide and high to the sky. And then exhale, just find your way onto your hands and your knees to a tabletop position. Nice big breath in here. Exhale, child's pose. So send your knees out wide for child's pose and just drop your hips back towards your heels. Yeah, just here for a moment. Take a breath in, push into your fingers, lift your elbows up. Exhale, just stay here, but draw the shoulder blades back and away from the ears. Yeah, fill up your lungs and walk your hands to the right. Walk your left hand on top of the right hand. And when you exhale, just drop your chest. And then inhale back to center, stretch your hands forward. And exhale, same thing, other side, walk your hands to the left. Right hand on top of the left hand, drop your chest straight down. Next breath in, come back to center, reach way forward with the hands. And when you exhale, walk your hands in towards your knees and lift your chest up. Come to kneel in that thunderbolt position, so knees stay wide. Inhale, sweep your hands out to the right. Plant the right hand, lift your hips, lift the left arm up. There's opening across the chest and the fronts of the legs and the hips. Yeah, see if you can pull your hips forward, lift your chest higher, and then maybe drop your head back. 1 more inhale, reach to the left fingers. Exhale, lower the hips down, come back to center. Same idea, other side. So fill up your lungs, plant the left hand behind you to the earth, or if you have a block, you can always use that. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And push into the left hand, lift the hips up. And then letting yourself be a little vulnerable by lifting the chest, dropping your head. Full breath in. Exhale back to center. Walk your hands about 6 inches behind you, fingertips pointing straight forward. Yeah, this time onto the fingertips, so push onto the fingertips. You can lift your hips up. And again, maybe drop your head back. Just breathe here for 3, 2, and 1. Gently lower the hips down. Nice big inhale, high plank. Yeah, make it strong. The toes, lift the thighs. And when you exhale, just lower halfway to low plank. So just squeeze your elbows in by the sides of your body. And lower until shoulders come just to elbow height. Yeah. And then tuck belly button to the spine. Exhale vigorously out through the nose. Breath of fire for 8, 7, 6. Keep going. 5, 4, 3. Last 2. Just 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, upward facing dog. Push into the tops of the feet. Push into your hands and lift your chest. Right, super duper big inhale here. And exhale, push into the hands, drop the knees, tabletop, belly button to spine. When you breathe in, send the right leg back behind you. And exhale, just turn the right toes to the right and bend your right knee. Right toes to the right, bend the right knee. So you're opening up the right hip. Try to point your right knee up towards the sky as much as you can. Big, huge breath in. Yeah, when you exhale, take the right knee, bring it underneath the body towards the left elbow. Shift your chest forward. And breathing. Puff the shoulder blades up, pull your abs in, and lift your right heel as high as you can in this position, right? Then inhale, reach the right leg straight up and back. And exhale, lower the right knee down. Same idea, other side. So take a breath in, send the left leg back behind you. When you exhale, turn the left toes to the left. So you open up the left hip, bend the left knee. So from that fire hydrant looking position, push into both hands and try to open up the left hip a little more. Lift the left knee as high as you can. One more big breath in. Exhale, cross the knee underneath the body towards the opposite elbow. Shift your chest forward. Puff the shoulder blades up so you can lift your knee and your left foot a little higher. And then inhale, reach the left leg straight back. Push through your heel. And exhale, lower it down. Big toes together. Send the knees out wide. Drop back. Child's pose. Inhale, push into the fingers, lift your elbows up. Exhale, arms stay straight, but soften. Inhale, walk your hands to the right, left hand on top of the right ankle, side body stretch. Exhale, back to center, child's pose. Inhale, walk the hands to the left. Exhale, back to center, child's pose. When you breathe in this time, walk your hands back towards your knees. And exhale, just lift your chest so you're all the way up to kneel. So that same thunderbolt action. Inhale, right hand behind you, lift the hips. Reach up, 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 up. This time, stay here. Exhale, take the left elbow, pull it down towards the ground. Go post the arm. Lift your chest through. Yeah, inhale, left arm back up high to the sky. And exhale, just lower down. Come back to center. Other side, use the whole inhale to plant the left hand, lift the hips, reach up. Exhale, keep that height, pull the right elbow down, lift the chest. Inhale, right arm high. And exhale, just back to center. Walk your hands back behind you, fill up your lungs, you're on the fingertips, lift your hips. Exhale, stay here. Take one more breath in, push into the tops of the feet, lift the hips up. And then exhale, just drop the hips, come back to a neutral spine. Breathe in, high plank. Yeah, this time exhale straight to low plank. Upward facing dog, inhale, push into the tops of the feet and the hands. Release your knees, lift the hips, exhale, tabletop. Fill up your lungs, right leg straight up and back. Exhale, right toes to the right, bend the right knee, lift the right knee high. Right, big breath in, see if you can lift the right knee higher. And then exhale, right knee to the left elbow, shift forward. Inhale, right leg way up and back. This time when you exhale, look forward between your hands, bring the right knee to the nose. And step the right foot forward between your hands. And you can tent your fingertips or lift your hands up if you need to, right foot all the way up between the hands. Drop your hips down and forward. And really just drop them down and forward. Push into your right heel. Yeah, and then when you fill up your lungs, reach your arms up high to the sky and breathe. So you can stay here or push into the top of the left foot, push into your right heel and see if you can lift your left thigh up. And soften your face. Full deep breath. One more inhale. Exhale, goalpost the arms, lower the back knee if it was up. Take a breath in, lower the hands to frame the right foot. And then exhale right back to your tabletop. Yeah, inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, turn the left toes out to the left, open the left hip. All right, bend the left knee, lift the left knee high to the sky, breathe in. And then exhale, drop the knee underneath the body towards the opposite elbow. Inhale, kick your left foot back. Exhale, knee to nose, belly button to spine, and then look between your hands. Left foot all the way up there. So drop your hips straight down. It's like, I call it like a full surrender. Just let your hips drop as far as they're going to go without forcing them. Push into the left heel. And then inhale, rise and reach. Exhale, just stay there. Yeah, so if you want, same thing, you can push into the top of the right foot, lift the right leg, power up that back leg. Breathe, 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 breathe. One more inhale. If the back knee is lifted, lower it down. Goalpost the arms, just let them melt. Breathe in, plant your hands, bring the left foot. And breathe out. Left knee comes to meet the right. Yeah, this time inhale, just drop your belly and lift your chest and the tailbone. And when you exhale, downward facing dog. Push into the hands, pull the hips up and back. Yeah, breathe here. So push your hands down and forward. Pull your hips up and back away from the wrists. Strong legs, thighs, knees, shins, back. Yeah, soften the heels down. Inhale, rise up to the balls of your feet. And exhale, bend the knees, pull the hips back. Yeah, hold here, breathe here. So see if you can bring your knees. It's part of this, getting past fears thing or through fears thing, at least for me. See if you can bend your knees so much that they just hover off of the mat. Like maybe you can even feel your mat fibers with your knees. And see if you can just hover there without releasing the knees completely down to the ground. And give it a go. Yeah. And then lengthen out your legs, breathe in. Just bend the knees again, pull the hips back, exhale, look between your hands, step your feet behind the wrists, ragdoll. Feet hips width distance apart. And bring fingers to opposite elbows. Drop your chest, drop your head, bend your knees generously. Breathe, and just breathe. Everything from the hips to the top of the head. Surrender. Nothing's going to happen if you just let go. Physically let that part of the body release from the hips to the top of the head. One more breath in, just to be here. Exhale over the hands. And then toe heel. Big toes all the way together, touch. Push down, big toes, little toes, center of the heels, belly button to spine. As you push down with your hands, stay heavy, head stay heavy, but slowly roll up to stand. Everything except for your hands. And eventually then just everything stacks except for your head and then top of the head. You can reach it up high. Push down into both feet. Inhale, reach way up high to the sky. And when you exhale, just lower the right hand down to the right leg. Reach your left arm up and over to the right. Yeah, and then you're going to make this bigger, right? So you reach your right fingers down towards the ground, left hand up and overhead. Push into both feet. Drive your hips over to the left and see if you can reach your left hand a little more to the right. Yeah, and then without leaning forward or backwards, can you crawl the right hand down? Maybe just like a centimeter or a millimeter. Yeah, push into both feet and then inhale, reach straight up high to the sky. Exhale, other side, left hand down. Reach the right arm up and overhead. And just creating a little bit more space with every breath, right? Push into both feet, draw the hips to the right. Inhale, see if you can reach the right hand a little bit more to the left. And then when you exhale, can you crawl your left hand down? Teensy bit more without losing the integrity of the pose. Push into both feet, inhale, back to center, reach way up. Exhale, go post the arms, hips forward, chest high, open up across the chest. Invite the snap, crackle, pop. I just got a big one, right? Like just hips forward, chest high, open up, pull those elbows down and back. Yeah. Okay, push into your feet. Inhale, reach straight back up to the sky. Exhale, hinge from the hips and like take up all the space in the world. Let out a sigh, right? Like a ah, as you fold. Why not? Here we go. Halfway lift, breathe in, chest forward. Yeah, high to low plank, breathe out. You can step or float back. I don't know. Fill up your lungs, push into the hands, lift your chest, and then empty out, push into the hands, down dog. Hips back. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, bend the right knee and open up the right hip. So same thing like we did from tabletop. Push into both hands. Try to lift your right knee like all the way up to the sky. Open across the hip. Nice big inhale. Exhale, take the right knee underneath the body to the left elbow. Shift your shoulders over your wrists. Puff the shoulder blades up. Yeah. Then inhale, down dog split. Right leg high. And exhale, lower the right foot down to the earth. Same thing, other side. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, open up the hip, bend the knee, breathe here. Push into both hands. See if you can lift the left knee higher, open across the hip, breathe in. And then exhale, knee to opposite elbow, shift shoulders over the wrists, just shift forward, 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 down. Down dog split. Take a big breath in, left leg high. Exhale, lower the left foot down, downward facing dog. Now inhale, rise up to the balls of your feet. Exhale, take that big, fearless bend in the knees all the way down towards the mat. Pull the hips back. Then look forward, step or float. Feet to hands. Fill up your lungs, halfway lift. Empty them out, forward fold. Either big toes together or slightly apart. Push down into your feet. Inhale, reach all the way up high to the sky. Exhale, half moon variation. Right hand down, left arm up and overhead. Yeah, fill up, come back to center, stretch up. Exhale, other side. Breathe in, back to center. Breathe out, both post and lift the chest. Push into the feet, reach way up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold, release, sigh, half. Half lift, breathe in. High to low plank, exhale. Up dog, inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. So right leg high, breathe in. Take that bend in the knee, open up the hip this time. Stay here or open up the hip so much that you flip your dog over a wild thing. So you can lower your bent right knee to the or bent right foot. I guess the knee is bent, the foot's on the ground, but that's what I mean. Yeah, push into both feet. Other way, lift the hips. Reach up. Big breath. If you flipped out, find your way back. Down dog split. Right leg high to the sky. Fill up your lungs. And then exhale, right knee to left elbow, shoulders over the wrists. And stay here or kick the right leg underneath the left arm. Fallen triangle, push into the right hand. Lift the left arm up. Take up space here. Push into the right hand, lift the hips, reach up. Yeah. Maybe look up. If you're in fallen triangle, lower the left hand down, bring the right knee back. In towards your nose. Down dog, split, inhale, reach up high. And then exhale, right knee to nose, look forward. Step the right foot between the hands. So stay on the ball of your back foot this time. Breathe in, crescent lunge. Lift the torso, lift the arms. Breathe out, goalpost the arms, lift the chest. Yeah, fill up your lungs, reach straight up high to the sky. And then exhale, warrior two, spin the left foot, just expand. All the way open and breathe. Sometimes things that we might be afraid of can be big and scary and complicated. Sometimes it's just simple, like opening up the heart space a little more. And you can play with that right here. Turn the palms of the hands to face up. Drop your shoulder blades. Reach your fingers in opposite directions. Just allow your heart to expand, open all the way out through the fingertips, maybe past your fingertips. Take up that space. And inhale, reverse. Left hand, crawl it down the left leg. Reach the right arm up high to the sky. Drop your hips a little lower. If you can, take one more breath in so you can create a little more space reach. And then exhale all the way to low plank. Windmill the hand, step the right foot back. That's all on the exhale. Up dog, breathe in. And down dog. Breathe out. Left leg high, breathe in. Exhale, bend the left knee, open up the left hip. Stay here or flip your dog into wild thing. That bent left knee, left foot on the ground. Lift the hips up, reach up, go up. And breathe. You're in wild thing. Keep your hips up high. Shift back to down dog split. Push into both hands, reach the left leg high. And then exhale, cross left leg underneath the body towards the right elbow. Shift shoulders over wrists. And again, you can stay here or kick the left leg underneath. Reach the right arm high. Fallen triangle. Take up all that space. Push into the left hand. Lift the hips. Reach up. Yeah, push into the left hand. Keep reaching up and then lower the right hand down. Push into both hands. Left knee to nose. Down dog split. Breathe in. Knee to nose. Look forward. Step forward. Exhale. Now crescent lunge. Inhale. Rise and reach. Exhale. Goalpost. Lift the chest. Breathe in. Reach straight up high. And then exhale. Warrior two. Expand it open. That universal sound of Om right meant to represent the past, the present moment, and the future. I think kind of the same in this pose. Meant for us to practice being right where we are, shoulders over hips in this moment. You turn the palms to face up again. If you find yourself leaning forward or backwards, some say forward is like wanting to anticipating what's next, wanting to see to be in the future, to not just be here. In the back is like, take me back to somewhere else, please. Can we be right in the middle? And peaceful warrior, inhale, right hand down, the right leg, left arm high. Empty the breath here, drop the hips, and then take one more breath in to reach way up. Big side body stretch. Exhale all the way down. Chaturanga. Let it go. Up dog breathing. Down dog. Breathe out. To the balls of the feet. Inhale. Bend the knees. Pull your hips back. Exhale. Look forward. Step or float. Feet to hands. Half lift. Breathing. Forward fold. Breathe out. Push into both feet. Belly button to spine. And just slowly roll up to stand. When you get all the way up there, simple tree pose to start. Shift your weight over to your left foot and bring the right foot anywhere except for the knee. Right, connection, foot to leg, leg to foot. Palms of the hands together to start. In your practice, but I invite you to go somewhere that challenges any feeling of comfort. Let's practice balance between strength and ease. There's, in some ways, a balance between even fear and freedom. We'll talk about that more in a minute, but you can close your eyes, perhaps, or maybe reach your arms up. Go with that goalpost position, hips forward, chest high. A little more of a opening across the chest. Or one that I've been having fun with, lower the right hand down to the right knee. Hips go to the left, reach up and overhead. Kind of find that half moon in your tree. What challenges you? Gets you out of that, like, yeah, I got this, super easy mode. Forces you to get here, be here, tap into your breath. You can play around with a couple things if you're not sure. Now take 3 more breaths wherever you are. Can you go deeper? Drop into your breath. Keep your focus steady. And on your 4th inhale, and lift the arms up, bring the right knee forward. And exhale, just release your foot, hands back to heart center. Switch sides, tree pose. So what do I mean by that balance of fear and freedom? I think a certain amount of fear is necessary, is healthy to keep us from, like, I live on a really busy street, so to keep my kids actually from like running into the street and getting hit by a bus, like every day I am grateful that they're a little bit afraid of 16th Street in DC. A little bit afraid, it's a good thing. Yeah, take this wherever you want to take it. Maybe give what you did on the other side a go. Right, a little bit of fear, necessary and healthy, but then it's balance. And if you tip the scales too far into fear mode, you start to miss out on all these opportunities, and you miss out on sometimes the freedom to just be you or experience something amazing. So in this practice, we can figure out, where is fear healthy? Where is it keeping us from injuring ourselves? And where is it just our brains kind of playing tricks on us? Where can we let it go? Where can we let it go and just go deeper? Give that thing a go. Yeah. Next time you inhale, arms up high, left knee straight forward. And exhale, lower the foot, hands back to heart center. And if you're not already there, come right up to the front of your mat, push down into your feet, take a big breath in, reach up. Exhale, goalpost the arms, lift the chest. Inhale, push into the feet and reach up. And then exhale, hinge from the hips. Hold forward. Halfway lift, breathe in, chest forward. And when you exhale, bend the knees, lift your heels, just come into a tiny little ball. And maybe this is a simple place to practice letting go of fear, but without putting your hands down, have a seat. So reach your hands forward and then lift your hands up. And see if you can drop your heels without lowering your hands. Keep reaching forward and drop your bone without lowering your hands. And then find boat pose. And it's just a practice. If you had to put your hands down, it's not going to be the end of the world, right? Just a practice. Boat pose. Lift the chest, maybe arms wide, maybe reach everything up. Hold here for 4, 3, 2, bottoms of the feet together, knees flop open, just lift your chest, inhale. Cobbler's pose, round forward, exhale. This time, take your first 2 fingers, hook them around your big toes, come back to your boat. So you're gonna lift your chest and strengthen or lengthen out the legs on both as much as you can without letting go of the toes. Drop the shoulder blades, right? Lift your chest. Yeah, this time, lift your chest, send your legs out wide to a V. Push your heels out away from each other. Breathe here for 3, 2, yeah, and then see if you can rock back and come right back up. So round the spine, take a breath in, round the spine, come back. Exhale, lift the chest, kick the feet away. Just give it a go. Yeah, bottoms of the feet together. Knees flap open. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, belly button to spine, and just round. Arms out wide, scoop your knees together. Chest high, breathe in. Yeah, belly button to spine, lower all the way down to your back. So we're gonna do 3 rounds of back bends, bridge, wheel. If coming to wheel from standing is in your practice, or if you are in a safe space where you can play around with that, or with someone who can help you out with that, you can come from standing. But this is one time where I'll say, if you're by yourself, if that's not something that's normally in your practice, let's start from a safe place. Let's use a little bit of fear to protect us from injury. All right, so 3 rounds. You can come straight into wheel if you want. I'm gonna do, I don't know, a build up from bridge. When you inhale, you're just gonna rise up. You're coming into bridge, arms by the sides, palms face down. Push down into your heels, lift the hips, middle back, upper back up. You're in bridge, and shimmy the shoulders underneath you, interlace the fingers. Yeah, push down, hips high. We're here for 3. Push into the heels, rotate your thighs in towards you, whichever pose you're doing, whatever version. 1 more breath in. Exhale, lower back down. Bottoms of the feet together, knees flap open. Fill up your lungs. Empty them out. Bridge or wheel, set it up again. So you're coming into bridge, same thing. If you're coming into a wheel, hands up by your ears. And you really want to squeeze your elbows in towards each other. So your elbows point straight up to the sky. And push into the heels. Push your lower back down into the mat for a moment. And when you inhale, push into the heels, push into the hands. You can rise up onto the top of your head. And then push into your heels and your hands and ride up even higher. Same things I told you last time. Rotate the thighs in towards each other. Push into the heels, lift the hips. Breathe here for 3, 2. And chin to chest. Slowly lower down. Bottoms of the feet together. Knees flap open. Fill up your lungs. Empty them out. One more round. Now, if your feet are like hips width distance apart and you notice your toes are turning out away from each other or your knees are coming out away from each other, take your feet wider on your mat, like maybe even all the way to the outside edges of your mat. So that way you can still turn your toes forward, just creating a little more space in your hips and your quads. A little more space to turn your toes straight forward and rotate your thighs in towards each other. So if you're not sure if that's a problem for you, toes pointing out, knees kind of coming out away from each other, give this a try. Just walk your feet to the outside edges of your mat. Same thing as you did before. Bend at the elbows, hands up by the ears. Push down into the hands. Take a breath in, rise up. Maybe all the way up, or you stop on your head. Go up on that next inhale. Breathe. Push the earth away. Rotate the thighs in here for 3, 2, and gently release. I don't even know the last time I did wheel pose. It just was like, oh, I don't need this anymore. But my body is telling me, oh, maybe I need that. Anyway, feet wide. Mats with distance apart. And then just drop your knees in towards each other. Send your arms wide to a T. Turn the palms of the hands to face down. Notice anywhere you're holding on. And see if you can give your body a little more freedom by releasing that part of the body. Putting in less or no effort. Only place to put in effort right now is on your breath. In and out through the nose. Keep your arms out wide to that T. Push into the pinky toes to lift your knees up. Keep your feet out wide. Take a breath in. Empty out, drop both knees to the left and turn your head to the right. Take the left foot on top of the right knee, please. And let both knees fall to the left. And head to the right, drop in, close your eyes. The surface below you support you. I say that a lot. Someday, I hope, if it hasn't clicked yet, it'll mean something. Let the surface below you support you. Just drop the muscles right off the bones. And lower the left foot back down. If it's up, bring your knees back up towards the sky. Head back to center. Feet stay max with the distance apart. Breathe in. And then exhale, drop the knees to the right. Turn the head to the left. And same thing, if your eyes are open, you can let them close. You can do that on the other side. Take the right foot on top of the left knee. Let the knees fall to the right. Where can you let go? Just drop in deeper. Sometimes that like a fear of falling, even in this type of pose, can make it hard to just completely let your muscles release, to trust. But you gotta start somewhere. The right foot's up, you can release it back down to the earth. Bring your knees back to center, bring your head back to center. Hug your knees straight into the chest. Nice big inhale. Exhale here. Again, just with knees to chest. Let your muscles release into that. Yeah. And then you've got 10 breaths. You can play with happy baby, legs up the wall, shoulder stand, head stand, forearm stand. So any sort of inversion or hip opener here. I am going to keep it simple. because my right knee actually doesn't feel very great. And so fear of injuring my knee by doing something stupid, I would call that a healthy fear. So kind of you can keep that in mind as you choose what you're practicing for these last few moments here before final relaxation. Remembering to find that balance. You can let your healthy fears weigh in, but the unhealthy, the unnecessary fears, don't let them tip the scale so much that you lose the opportunity to experience more freedom. We'll call it about 5 more breaths. Whenever you finish your 10th breath, or if you're not sure, find your way back to your back, hug your knees to your chest. From there, lengthen the legs, let your feet flop open. Arms down by the sides, turn the palms to face up. Yourself, just be here, stillness. And if fears come up or thoughts come up, just the moment that you acknowledge them, can you let that next moment be letting them float by? Let the next moment be releasing any unnecessary thoughts or fears. Short relaxation today. Let's see if you can take relaxation with you as you wake up your body. Just the minimal amount of effort to roll to one side or the other to a ball or a fetal position. And then take what I'll call the minimal amount of effort to make your way up to a comfortable seated position. When you get there, hands back to heart center, palms together to touch. We'll seal our practice with that same universal sound of Om. So if there was something holding you back at the beginning, or someone maybe who was still sleeping, if you're doing this early in the morning, now's the time to see if you can just let it rip. But before we do, I'll tell you this whole practice was inspired by my son having his first sleepover, going to his first sleepover party tonight. And I'm like nervous for him, hoping that fear won't get in the way. All right, 3 ohms, big full breath in. Ah. This time you breathe in, thumbs right up to the center of your forehead, seat of your intuition. When you exhale, simply bow to self and each other. See and thank yourself and each other. Namaste. It's off the recording here.